Although the specific plot of 50 Shades of Grey 4 is yet unknown, there are a few possible paths the narrative could go. It's possible that the movie would focus on the couple's post-marriage lives, examining how their bond has changed. Another option is that the movie would adapt the book Grey, which offers a more in-depth examination of the relationship from Christian's point of view rather than Anastasia's point of view. What do we know about Part 4 of 50 Shades of Grey? In the final 2018 installment, 50 Shades Freed, Anastasia and Christian deal with the difficulties of married life while overcoming obstacles from both the inside and the outside. Christian tries to get over his past traumas while Anastasia struggles with her newfound wealth and social prestige. Their love remains strong and they promise to work towards a future together in spite of these challenges. There isn't yet a platform where 50 Shades of Grey 4 can be seen due to the lack of formal confirmation. On the other hand, viewers may rewatch the original trilogy on a number of streaming services such as Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video of 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed. The 50 Shades of Grey series has enthralled viewers all around the world and profoundly impacted popular culture. The characters' lasting popularity and the unfinished nature of some plot lines imply that a fourth installment of the franchise may be in the works, even though the franchise's future is still unknown. The legacy of Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele will surely inspire and captivate viewers for years to come, whether or not 50 Shades of Grey 4 is produced. What about the trailer of the movie? Regretfully for fans holding out hope of a new film, the 50 Shades of Grey 4 Revenge trailers that are appearing on YouTube are completely fake. Even though they appear authentic and have impressive thumbnails, they are phony. The fake trailers are made out of scenes from various films and television programs. The videos are actually clips from other works starring the same actors, even though they may appear to be brand new footage. Some videos could try to use visual effects to blend characters into scenes. Because of the poor cutting out and lighting management, this is frequently obvious. No, the trailer of 50 Shades of Grey 4 Revenge will not be released on schedule. As of now, the new existence of 50 Shades film in production has not even been officially confirmed. It is very unlikely that a trailer will be published anytime soon. There hasn't been any official news on a new film being created, but given how successful the movies were and how ardent the fandom is still, it's feasible that they will be revived at some time. Is the 50 Shades of Grey film series anti-women? Popular culture has always had the power to shape people's opinion on both widely accepted and contentious subjects. This also applies to the medium of cinematography. A film may question people's belief on almost everything and introduce them to new things through its visual representation of ideas and concepts. Depending on the movie's quality and how well the audience comprehends its concepts and goal, the effect could be either positive or negative. 50 Shades of Grey is a 2015 film by the Universal Pictures that is based on the same title 2011 novel by E.L. James. Numerous readers were drawn in and exposed to BDSM themes by the first three works. Similar results were obtained by the film, sparking discussions and apprehensions within the BDSM community. The audience is introduced to several concepts during the film. First of all, since this film is billed as a romance, love plays a major role in the narrative. Anastasia and Christian have a loving and romantic relationship, or at least one is supposed to. The movie shows the romance between a young college virgin named Anastasia and a wealthy billionaire named Christian Grey is the subject of the book that became a blockbuster film. Christian Grey woos Anna into his world of BDSM, that is bondage, domination, submission, and sadomasochism. However, Grey is hardly a romance. In fact, a recent Huffington Post article rightly describes it as more of an average stalker thriller than a movie about BDSM. The foundation of their relationship is a joint business contract that Anna is required to sign. It contains a covenant that, in exchange for living with an ultra-rich and urbane hottie, requires her to commit acts of BDSM with Christian. Despite being portrayed in the film as the ideal romantic man, Christian is actually a cunning perpetrator of domestic abuse. Christian's domination over Anna extends beyond their sexual interactions in the bedroom. He attempted to take charge of every aspect of her life as well, progressively overpowering her financially and emotionally. There are often three stages to domestic violence. As you can see from the book Ending Domestic Violence Captivity, A Guide to Economic Freedom, and they are abused, Prince Charming in control. This pattern is flawlessly followed in the Grey plot, where Christian wins Anna's trust and affections by treating her to opulent attire, hotel suites, and luxurious cars, all of which she freely indulges in exchange for her submissive obedience to his depraved sexual fantasies, psychological torment, and physical abuse. President Obama mentioned at the 57th Annual Grammy Awards how Hollywood has a big influence on public opinion. If this is the case, society ought to reevaluate the effects of publishing a film such as 50 Shades of Grey on the next generation, particularly on impressionable college students who are still attempting to define what constitutes a normal relationship. The consensus among college students is quite ambiguous, despite the fact that numerous feminists and allies of the movement against domestic abuse have forcefully denounced Grey as a domestic abuser, as evident in an article published by Beth Penny in The Independent. She was a strong independent female lead, and I thought she was genuinely funny. At the same university, a distinct set of young female students expressed disapproval of their film on the grounds that it included bad acting or was just bad porn. Similar remarks about the movie just wasn't worth seeing were made by a group of female Northwestern University students due to the poor acting. None of them explicitly voiced disapproval of Christian's aggressive actions, which may be a warning that a growing number of young college students are being traumatized by cross-gender violence and have gotten acclimated to it. All facets of society, including the media, businesses, households, national policy makers, must work together to put an end to domestic violence. It's an obligation that necessitates ongoing advocacy. Deconstructing the fundamental beliefs and stigmas related to the meaning and requirements of freedom for women and children is necessary. Christian metes out some of his harshest penalties towards the film's conclusion, culminating in a spectacular display of demonic agony. Anna appears to experience a light bulb moment, wondering why Christian would treat her in such a manner before walking away. That's where the film finishes. In contrast, the book closes with the protagonist choosing to leave Christian while she sobs in her apartment. The novel and the movie both set a standard of abuse throughout the entire plot, and neither of the endings is very happy. Since Anna isn't being coerced in any manner and has always had the option to stop the relationship, it actually makes the relationship appear more desired and nearly acceptable when the finale shows that Anna finally stands up for herself once. This movie should not be seen by abused victims. Recovering victims might only suffer negative consequences from it, such as being brainwashed into believing that their past violent relationships were normal or that they were exaggerating their partner's hostility. Sponsoring a movie such as this is equivalent to encouraging domestic violence and all the stigmas that go along with it, such as victim blaming. What do you think of 50 Shades of Grey Part 4? Do you believe that the film can hold its own against the first 3 installments of the 50 Shades series? Do share your thoughts on this in the comments section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Goodbye.